And now we are streaming and recording. Quick announcement. Might as well get started. We're only got enough time for maybe an hour's worth of shenanigans, but we'll at least get an hour's worth of shenanigans. Okay. Okay, got that going on right now.
Uh, bah.
Steam announcement and Discord group announcement. There we go. I should probably actually get the chat room up too in case somebody actually has to say hi. Alright, so while I'm getting the chat room up, as mentioned a moment ago, as you guys are exploring through the room, Toa could suddenly be heard winding down. It sounds like his magical crystal that keeps his energy going has decided to power down and give him a chance to recharge. I guess all of that running around all day and night kinda started to take his toll. Of course, Rustical is looking a little forlorn as she is basically tied upside down, well, tied up on Toa's back, as Toa is just standing silently in the middle of the room.
Oh,
And
looks
as
over to
you
the robot and just like, anybody home? No response.
no response from the robot. It seems like the robot has gone off to feed chickens or something.
Weren't we just filling his compartments with some books?
Yep. His compartments are luckily still wide open to fill with whatever else you need.
Oh, if you guys want to put anything else in, let's stuff him and set him off to the side. He's not exactly in danger here, anyways. He's not alive.
Anybody else there?
Yeah, it's awfully quiet. Hello?
Bah.
Silent? Crim? Where's our Crimson Chin?
Crimson Chin.
There you are.
Yeah, that gets his attention. As long as we started here, get some of the responses here.
Got
Alright.
distracted.
Okay.
Now, what were you asking me to do?
Alright, Toa has frozen up in the middle of the room, and Rustical is tied up behind him. His compartments are still open as he was shoveling in books during his free-for-all, so he's still usable as a bit of a storage place, but right now he's stationary.
Alright.
And as for that, everything else in the room is still on as such. Books were found, little mystery implements were indulged in, and you still have more than half a third floor to explore.
Alright, what do you guys want to do?
Oh, we should probably go ahead and just set him off to the side. Not like they can actually, entertain a robot to death.
Man, did we finish searching this room full of books?
Yeah, we searched through a bunch of junk. We found a little weird key, apparently.
Well, I mean...
Yeah,
I mean-
probably Val take an untied Rusty and then put her on top of Blue's head.
I didn't
I'm-
keep good notes. We found a key and a journal, right?
Mm-hmm. Key, a journal, and a bunch of scrapbooks that we're not sure have anything on them, so we'll check them later.
Well, a key, a journal, a bunch of books on magic and elements, and of course, random living stuff that you found. Old shirts, old pants, threadbare linens, etc., dust, so on and so forth.
So, how about we shut up his compartments, leave him a note, and then go explore the rest of this floor and come back? I mean, they're not going to go after him. He's not evil, but he is, what's it, quote unquote, a mannequin.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So some of you have decided to leave him, so that's good enough for me.
Loud, we can really haul him around at any kind of efficiency at the moment.
He'll be fine. GM magic will protect him.
Exactly, and technically speaking, like I said, he can't really be entertained to death. So
No, but didn't they try to...
they tried to
Use
take
him
him
as
over
a
one
puppet?
time, but it'd be really BS if Josh did that. He's not, or I'll come there and smack him.
At the current moment, he is a devoid machine. He is no worse off than being one of those puppets, except for the fact he can't even move. So they can't get any joy or entertainment out of trying to entertain him because there's absolutely nothing there to entertain. Normally there wouldn't be anything there to entertain to begin with, but I'm talking about more in an actual physical sense rather than mental.
The strong
even if
electric
they're-
charge isn't there.
Yes.
Even if it was, even if there was a mental sense, I mean, he's not flesh and blood. I think
He
they
doesn't have an
specifically,
expiration date.
yeah, I think they specifically want to entertain flesh and blood.
Yep, that is exactly right. So he will be perfectly and utterly safe. So you can go ahead and leave him to his
Don't shut up.
And we haven't explored that room yet, from what I remember.
Came up these stairs and then went to the side we are on.
Let's see. Oh, there was one. Let's see. We've been here. We've been here. We've been here. We didn't go in here.
And with that, you pretty much haven't gone. Of course, I would keep hitting caps lock. Here.
Did we take a look down this long hall?
No, you haven't.
No, that's what I was about to suggest. Yeah.
Yeah, because we ducked into the one room, we didn't duck into the other, really. So yeah, let's duck in there.
Duck in, kick out the fucking puppet.
Okay, as you go in, you move the puppet gingerly out of the way. Flump. Yeah, that works. And you walk into the nearby storage area. You notice that it is a pretty big storage area. This time it is consisting of lots of different paints as well as paint accessories similar to another storage area. You also find little bits of wood, some diagram guides, even little miniatures of the puppets that you have been fighting, along with a dark, shadowy corridor.
Who's going first?
I'm pretty sure Rusty would say, "Ooh, look at the adorable little miniatures." Or something along those lines.
Basically, I'll just take Rusty off the loop, put him next to you. So you two look around carefully. Yell if you see another puppet.
Yeah, I'm guarding the door because I have the eyesight of an idiot.
There's a long, narrow hall down here, but I'll find a look.
As you tread down the long, narrow hallway, everything around
Using
you...
my sword as a light.
Using your sword as a light. The
Are you
darkness
saying-
around you outside of the sword grows darker and darker. You can actually hear your footsteps echoing even louder as you go deeper and deeper in until a small figure starts to illuminate from your sword. You see it is a baron, well, not baron. You see it is a lone wardrobe.
Basically, she's just kind of like This is suspect.
Yep. Lone
Just
wardrobe.
opens it very slowly. I guess I'm gonna have to roll a dice, huh?
Say what?
Do I have to roll a dice for this shenanigans open it or what?
No, just say you're gonna open it first.
Slowly opens it.
It's locked.
Okay. Is there a key?
You do see a keyhole.
Is it a regular key? Because I don't think this weird little thing I've got is gonna work.
It looks like it's a regular key.
You know what? I did this before. Let's try picking the lock.
All right. Let's see. You don't have a normal lock picking ability, right?
Yeah, I know. We've done this before. I've rolled, but I still might be able to make it.
No, I got you. I'm just confirming that you don't have the ability.
I do not have a normal. Yes, I don't have a normal lock pick skill. I've jimmied locks open before in the past for obvious jokes.
All right, then you go ahead and roll. Take your dexterity, double it, take off 2 dice, and then roll.
Yep. So 6 dice. It's 5 out of 6.
5 out of 6. As you start to work and tinker with the lock, it slowly begins to give way until a click is finally heard and it slowly opens up. As you look inside, you do see a few interesting pieces of materials. You do see some gems, a couple of rubies and a couple of sapphires, easily the shape of eyes, or at least what you would assume would be eyes. And you also see a stick with an interesting metal hook that's oddly shaped.
Do I want to roll to inspect said stick or what?
Say what?
Do I want to roll to inspect said stick or what?
You can if you want.
Let's do it for the hell of it. Five out of 6.
It's a stick.
I'm gonna beat you with it in a second.
Blank,
So can I just go ahead and take said stick, or do we have to worry about said stick at all?
You
Blank, we can maybe give it to one of our avian friends. I heard Becky likes sticks.
Let me smash. Anyway,
okay, I will be kind to you. You do notice that the hook on the stick seems very peculiar, and it's obvious that this isn't a normal stick, though you're not sure why. But you feel compelled that there's more to it somehow.
pull the lever, Kronk.
It's a whipping stick, and they're all scared of it.
Don't you wish?
What else do I do with it? I already said try to pick up the damn thing.
You pick it up. You hold on
Right.
to it. It's a nice stick. It's got a good.
Anybody else
hold
gonna
to
check what's behind me, or am I just gonna be walking up and that's it?
it.
You were the only one that went down the hall.
There's a whole room. There's a whole rest of the room to inspect.
Yeah, I was gonna do a perception check.
Then
Go-
go. It's
go
gonna
right
be
for
walking back up in the meantime.
3.
I got 6 out of 6 for perception.
6 out of 10.
As you both look around the room of assorted goods and stuff, you find a couple of old golden coins. You assume that the reason that they're there is probably because these coins were used to purchase different goods as needed, as, well, this is a shop after all. They gotta buy their stuff once in a while. All in all, you figure that the gold pieces that you found are worth about 100 bits in the market today.
Pocket that.
Yeah, how many coins are there?
10 coins altogether.
That were 10 bits each. Yeah.
100 bits each.
So 100 bits each? Damn.
He said altogether.
Altogether 100 bits. They're worth 10 bits each.
Okay, so I was right.
Mostly because bits are actually derived from gold, but these are unminted. This is unminted gold, which usually is a little bit more wanted for other reasons.
Well, yeah, obviously. Let greed compel you.
Yeah, we're grabbing them.
You grab all the gold coins. For a moment, you swear you can hear an old man in the distance going, "Gold! Gold!" Okay, that's a horrible joke. Never mind it.
It's a really horrible. Shut up.
Bonus points to whoever got that joke. But yep, that was it. You found gold.
Okay, so and a shtick.
Gold, jewels, and a stick.
If I walk back up and pass by Silver, just hold the stick out there. Hey, is this like a hey Pulpy? You might look at this as like a scepter. What is this damn thing? Because this is
Hold on, that's gonna. To my knowledge.
Well, to me, Ralph, that looks like a stick. Maybe Becky.
well, it's a stick with a hook on the end of it. The hook looks weird too.
I'll do a knowledge religion, see if it means anything to me.
Go ahead.
The dice hate me. 3 of 8.
Oh jeez.
You know nothing.
You believe that this is the holy stick of Antioch, and then you realize, no, wait, no, that's stupid. This is just a stick.
Good.
So,
So
Becky,
take it with. Well, we might need some firewood, so we'll just take it with.
or maybe you could hand it to Becky.
Becky ain't in this game.
Becky doesn't like that stick. She wants a smaller stick.
Also been as a hoe. So let us progress.
All right, let's go.
Onward.
And you progress onward through the third floor.
Throw the
once
pony
more.
thing back in there. Yep, other room.
You feel like a great disturbance has destroyed a portion of the place as you are running around. You know, it would probably help if I... Okay, never mind. Okay, as you continue to walk, you still see the bodies of the wooden figures laying there, not moving at all, but you can almost feel like they're still alive.
We should probably get to scooting before these guys get back up, because I have a feeling these guys can put themselves back together. We'll probably dive back in through this way since it's got a lot more space for us to move.
Yep. So you continue your way, and you find the stairs leading back down, but you also see a hallway leading off in the back.
Oh, we've been through the hallway.
Yes, you
Yeah,
have.
there's a second room that we didn't check, or big old doors. Want to try going through that?
Oh,
There you go.
You continue to walk further and further in, and you see in front of you the most peculiar of places. Tables lined up, and it looks like carving tools are laid all along the desks. Bits of scrap of wood are all over the place, as well as big blocks of it. Though everything is still covered with a fine layer of dust. You also see a couple of different pathways leading up and to the west.
Let's continue on slowly and carefully. Keep your eyes open.
Which way?
Anyway, I have a strong feeling it's like used to be like the workshop. I mean, tools. A lot of them.
Tools, wood blocks. Yeah.
Instruction manuals. Shouldn't do that.
No, yeah, there's a lot of dust and sawdust that's probably been eaten by so many bugs so over the years. It probably wouldn't be good to breathe it in. As you continue moving up, you see
Perception check, just cause.
Okay.
Just to make sure, just to do a quick check, everybody. Make sure you're not being followed like last time.
All right. 5 out of
Go get your heads, everybody.
It's mimics.
7 out of 10.
We laughed, bartender laughed, table laughed. Kill the table.
It was a good time.
It was a good night. 4 out of 6.
5 out of 6.
Funny, those four out of 6 were all 4s too. 4 4s. It's 7 years ago.
Sheesh.
Blank, that's a bad sign.
Well, at least it wasn't 6 6s. Then I'd be a little terrified.
As you keep your eyes peeled, listening and feeling for any sounds as you're walking around, nothing catches your attention, which is both concerning and comforting. You're unsure if at the moment the problems have spared you, or if they're hiding and waiting. But nothing has caught your eye at the moment, whether good or bad. You do see another room up further north, and also a pathway leading to the west.
Let's check this other big room up here then, eh?
As you head north, you see more desks. These ones are a little bit different than the ones you previously went through. These ones instead are covered with paint. You can see little bits of color stricken left, right, up, and down. Next to the desks, plenty of art supplies of all types. And also a few cabinets and cupboards along the outer edges of the room, along with a box of stuff.
So I want to go poking around the boxes real quick.
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh.
Silent?
Try to check.
Dude, just move for me because one, I'm too lazy to move myself.
No, we moved you. I just
Waiting for a roll.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. As you look over the bags and boxes that are in the corner, you do notice one interesting barrel. As you open it up, the entire room is filled with a horrible stench, as apparently a very water-based paint used to be in there and has pretty much gone real bad.
Closing that.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, you see that this is just a large stockpile of base white paint in different combinations of powder, oil, and water type.
Why is the paint smelling so bad?
Because
It's aging.
it's 100-year-old water paint that was in a sealed container.
Technically, if it was sealed, it shouldn't go bad.
Not that sealed.
Hmm.
Plus, I think even if it's sealed well, after 100 years, it's going to, or
Yeah, somebody else is going to get through. That is all going to leak out. One of the
It
two.
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't smell. It would dry up.
If the barrel's made to hold water, it's usually insulated against absorbing it.
Okay, at the smell, Rusty's probably going to have some reaction.
Well, I did.
Actually,
Well,
Rusty is more sound than smell.
I'm smell. She's Rusty's.
Val, on the other hand,
No.
did have a bad reaction. However, Silent was quick to close it, so the worst is just Val has a new description of horrible smells in her in her mental inventory now.
You know what? We're taking this with us.
You're taking the
Barrel?
foul-smelling paint?
For
Yeah.
what purpose? Torture?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
you're...
we're not taking the barrel.
We're taking it for stink bombs. You're just gonna have to get a gas mask.
No, we're not gonna lug around this barrel through the rest of the mansion unless you're gonna do it yourself.
Magic hands, fucker.
Just take and stick the thing, just 2 seconds. Sticks the fucking barrel with the thing, ignites, and all the water spills out onto him.
How? It's water. It's not a.
Well, I can just slice the fucking barrel in half.
Then you'll have to smell the paint. So.
So what? You'll be covered in it.
All right, fine. Be that way. Hug for Val.
I told you. No. Okay, so fuck off with this stupid thing. Let's get back on with the actual thing. We're leaving the barrel alone.
Well, no. Think of it from a battle purpose. You have.
Then we can take it afterwards. After we're safe.
All right.
I don't think the freaking mannequins are gonna care about a stink bomb.
All right. Next.
Pope, you see anything over there?
Pope is just laughing. No, sorry. Never mind.
That's too weird.
Just staring at you guys. What stupidity are you up to?
I just. You know what?
I'll do perception, my side of the room.
Hold on 1 second. Silent, what was that?
It's just the inner asshole of me. Hey, Pope, come here.
I'm staying away from whatever that bad smelling stuff is.
I have magic hands, so I can just force you to come.
No, we're not
I'm
gonna do that because you start dragging him. I will literally go over there and smack you upside the head, and we'll see how much your magic hands work when you're getting beat upside the head. You're not gonna force anybody. I don't care if it's a stupid joke. We're not forcing characters to do shit they don't want to do.
All right.
Okay, so investigating the side of the room I'm on, I got a 7 out of 10.
Hey, let's go.
Alright, as you're investigating the room, you do see plenty of chairs and tables. You do realize one important thing here in all of this, though. Where are the bodies?
Huh. Weird.
Your perception has told you that these chairs, tables, everything was well used. And so far, the only thing you found is one driver from a town that obviously came in here maybe about 2 days ago.
Dead.
Hey guys.
Bye.
We've only found the one body, but this was obviously a well-used room with many workers.
Yeah, there was a distinct lack of corpses. Besides our friend downstairs. Can't kowtow.
That's assuming that they didn't realize the danger and get away. Because this place was sealed.
Yeah, I know the spooky shit that could have made the place seal up could have came after everybody scooped if anybody got it out anyways.
Yeah, if they didn't seal it themselves.
If they didn't.
To make sure that they couldn't get out of the house.
Let's get out of this place. I guess the only place we didn't go is that little doorway we're seeing down there.
No, we also didn't actually look down this hall bit.
That's true. Maybe anything down there though.
Okay, as you step into the room, you realize you have to step very gingerly. The room floor is covered with musical instruments of all types. Drums, woodwinds, percussion, well, percussionist drums, the pianos, well, not pianos, but you see instruments, everything from a violin to a trumpet to a drum, all over the room, all haphazardly there, laying down.
All right.
Well, this looks like a fun orchestra.
I wonder when it's gonna come alive.
Hmm. Does anybody see anything out of the ordinary? Hello?
I'm gonna assume
Sorry,
that's
one
gonna
second.
take a perception check. Uh,
Okay, go ahead and roll perceptions.
I roll a 6 out of 6.
6 out of 10. I'll roll for Rusty as well. That's 8 dice. So 3.
Okay,
Sorry, lads, I'm back. I'll be rolling.
Rustical, notice how white the floor is. Silver, you see along the wall an interesting...
6 out of 6 for me as well.
Silver, you see an interesting switch along the wall. Val, you see another, something kind of deformity along the outer edge of the floor. And and the funny thing is that the Kelpie, because for some reason my brain just forgot Pulpe for a moment, also sees the same deformity, but on another part of the floor on the left side.
Hey, Blue, can you do me a favor real quick, buddy?
Yes.
Just stomp lightly, not hard. Just stomp for a second. Just give it a little funk.
Hmm.
Now I'll stomp on the ground.
Alright.
And Pulpe is probably going to walk toward the deformity.
Okay, Pope walks towards the deformity. Blue, roll
Yeah.
your strength check since you're stomping the ground.
I mean,
There's a method.
There's a method to the method. Also, that cabinet just went. I hate when they turn upside down because that means there's a high chance you're going to go through the fucking ground. Like that. Get out of there.
Yeah, so wherever the deformity is, move Pulpe towards it.
They'll be around the edges.
Even-
The edges will work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 12.
Okay, you give the floor a mighty stomp. You just hear a loud thud, but you also see a little bit of wobbling coming from the deformities.
This whole floor just shake?
Yes.
Pulpe, did it look like it shook?
Pulpe was intently looking at the deformity, not paying attention to the floor.
Well, no, it probably would have jittered. Or jittered something. It sounds like he's describing this thing as not just as being a part of a room. I'm going to investigate this little podium here because it doesn't look quite... This is a really big podium, don't you think, for an orchestra?
You want...
Floor is shaking. I'm feeling like this is a lift. Anybody else getting the idea?
Yeah.
Podium over here. It's like the only thing that makes sense is for controls. Perception time.
Didn't you already roll your perception?
Yeah, it was 6 out of 6, but I don't think he counted that for this.
He's doing a focused perception on the table.
Or what looks like a table
Podium.
anyways. So it's 5 out of 6 for this one.
The table looks like it's actually quite sturdy. Looks like something was stood on it multiple times, as there are some great scuff marks and scuff marks and gouges on the table. Though oddly enough, it does also look to be bolted into the floor.
She's going to look underneath it. See if we can find a switch.
You don't see a switch. It just looks like it is bolted to the floor, and there's actually space Just a nice little crawl space right there.
Okay, this is the lift. There's got to be a switch in this room somewhere.
All right. So we got 2 deformities on the floor, and somebody actually did see a switch on the wall.
But he hasn't said anything.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah. Hello?
Huh? Oh! Toa!
I'm
No,
not
that thing was silver.
No, that was Silver. Sorry. Sorry.
You know, it was our silver, aka silent, aka that guy over there with the guns and the things.
Okay, so Silver, silent. Silver, silent.
You saw a switch and you haven't said anything.
Saw a switch along the wall.
I go and pull it.
Alright. So Silver walks over to the nearby to a switch. None of you seem to notice as he moves over and then pulls it. You feel the floor give a little jostle and then stop.
Well, that was sure reassuring.
Well, most of you feel the floor give a little jostle. The funny thing is, Silver actually doesn't feel a thing, while the rest of you feel something shift under your feet.
Yeah.
I think the London Bridge is going down, I hope. Not the bad way.
I shrug, I stomp again and take average.
You shrug and do what now?
I shrug and I stomp again,
Uh-huh.
and I take my average, which is 6.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how best to do this without, screw it, let's have fun. Okay, Blue, you take another stomp on the ground. All of you feel the floor shake a lot harder than it was, except for Silver. And then suddenly a loud crack is heard. And then Blue is no longer seen. Blue is now falling down 2 floors onto the first floor. Of course.
I land like Superman. Or not Superman, but Iron Man.
Of course, at the moment, it's so dark you guys can't tell that he did fall through the floor. All you know is he suddenly vanished and a loud crack was heard.
And then you can hear wee.
Well, there's that too, I guess.
Okay.
So at the moment you're free falling, but we'll get back to that in a second here.
Free falling.
Okay, actually we'll get right back to that. We'll get right back to you right now. In fact, Blue, as you're falling through the air, you notice the balcony and then you notice the floor right below you. Of course, you only have half a second to notice before you hit that floor, and it gives way and you continue to fall even further.
Wee.
And of course, after falling the floor breaking some of your fall there before it broke itself, it does help to minimize any damage you would have taken, and instead you land on stone flooring in a basement.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's right. We do have the basement here, don't we?
Yeah, right over
Yes, which makes no sense.
I know, right? We just skipped straight from the second floor to the basement.
Actually, the 3rd floor to the basement.
there. Yeah,
Third
you
floor
just.
to the basement. Now, where am I?
Oh, hey, nice.
About
I'm
right.
free floating.
You actually landed on the ground on a Actually, we're gonna put you about right there.
I land on a pile of boxes and they break my fall.
Essentially, yes. Along with what was left of the floor that came down with you.
Okay. And is there a light down here?
Nope, it is pitch black.
I just scream up, drop a torch!
We're not going to hear you from that far.
You guys think you hear something, but it sounds like torch. Of course, none of you know what in the world a torch is, but you do realize at this moment you realize that you are completely alone and there is no blue typhoon.
Rusty's gonna notice.
Because Blue's
And gonna
Rusty's
scream
favorite
out,
person.
blue.
And Rusticle is now starting to run around yelling out, Blue, Blue, where's Blue? Of course, the fact is Rusticle is slightly hovering while running around, so she is obviously missing the hole for the flying.
Yeah, like Val takes a step forward, just holds the sword out, and it's just like, oh, there's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the floor. And hole in the bottom of the next floor.
And Val ruins any fun I was going to have with the hole.
No, we're not.
There's
Nobody
a hole
else is
in the
falling through
bottom
the
of the
hole.
sea.
Fuck you.
Okay.
There's a hole in the bottom of the sea.
Okay, you guys see that there is a nice little
There's a
hole
hole.
in the floor.
There's a hole in the bottom of the sea.
And of course, it seems to be leading down into the first floor. You can't see into the first floor, though. You just see that there's a hole and it goes down.
So we'll flip the switch again a few times. Maybe we can jostle this damn thing.
Is that a good idea?
Silver?
Well, if he lived,
Yeah.
well, we might. Hey, if that dumbass made it, so will we.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably
Silver,
a...
your danger sense is tingling a little bit.
All right.
Oh, fine. Never mind. Then what the hell?
Let me run it. 6 out of 6. Hey guys.
I just scream up, drop a torch! Again.
Circuit.
Yes. You said
Perfect.
6 out of 6. Okay. Wait, what were you rolling 6 out of 6 on?
I'm rolling it on my thing.
Your danger sense?
Yeah.
Okay, he bravely flicks the switch. Luckily, you guys had the intuition to run off of it all of a sudden as it shudders and it starts to move down slowly again for maybe about 6 inches and then drops in on itself. So
Yeah.
Does the
Blue,
whole section of floor go down?
blue.
Or was this connected
Yes.
by hinges?
This elevator is not going to be that heavy. It's probably going to hit the thing and probably make it crumple in, but probably won't actually damage anything. The elevator is not that heavy.
Well, not that heavy, but it is going to bring some interesting attention here. Blue, as you are sitting on the crumpled parts, yelling for a torch, you hear a weird sound coming from upstairs, and then a loud bamming noise. Of course, you hear a lot of things jostling around, and some things get damaged. You do see that the roof kind of sags a little bit. However, obviously, nothing is falling in on you, other than the remains of the table that was bolted to the elevator. I guess falling a couple feet does tend to unlodge a table.
Couple of feet?
You alright?
That's like
Couple-
10 or 15 feet.
I meant couple stories. Couple floors. F. Ha.
Well, obviously the safest place is where the hole is.
Yep. Actually, it would be pretty safe there. So,
If video games have taught me anything, when a roof falls, the safest place is where the hole that you fell in from is.
okay, so you guys were lucky enough to be warned by Danger Sense and get out of the way before the elevator caved in, giving you not a quick access to the first floor, but definitely getting an idea of what was probably going on with that floor. Luckily, none of you fell in, but now you realize you may need to explore the first floor again.
Well, that's a pity, all those musical instruments. Why would there be an elevator here anyway?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, this was supposed to be a party place. One thing I can imagine is that it was probably like some kind of big old setup to where they had the whole floor sink in and start playing music and stuff to welcome people in. Or they can use it as a lift too for supplies because there's a lot of scuff marks on that floor. Oh, there were.
Or maybe a little from column A, a little from column B.
Or a little from the GM doesn't know how to do it.
Alright. Well, just for the sake of not having to flick around between two different maps here.
We don't know about that passageway into the basement. We just know about the hole.
Good point. Okay. So Crimson, you're gonna be the one in the dark for the moment. We're gonna quickly save this map for obvious reasons.
Tabletop simulator not responding. Yay!
Yeah.
Always happens on a map reload. In fact, mine's doing the same thing too.
Oh, now that makes a whole lot more sense.
What?
Yeah, how brilliant you are, boss. Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, I told you I'm not exactly 100% with this at the moment.
Same.
I'm doing better, but I'm not 100% here. Okay, so you guys get down to the secondary floor. And do you immediately keep going to the first?
Probably would be. All this is like one hop there.
Yep. So you quickly hurry down to the first floor, and you see what remains of the elevator platform. The table obviously isn't there anymore because it fell down into the hole in a bunch of pieces. Okay, that was a bad way of getting rid of it. That wasn't even the right thing. But along the floor, you see the tattered remains of so many instruments. Drums are strewn, violins all over the place, trumpets broken and battered. And of course, along the floor, you see a big hole that is about Griffin size.
I want a torch.
The hole seems to be asking for a torch.
I'll walk over, take the other one she has, lights with the sword, drops. Catch!
Thank you.
Someone has finally passed you the torch.
Sweet. Now I can actually see down here.
I'm sorry, that was a horrible joke. Somebody passed you the torch.
I kind of want to do a random roll just to see if any of the instruments survived.
Okay, go for it.
Like silly. That'd be a perception. So yeah, 10. Roll. Now, roll. 8 of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yep.
8 out of 10.
Okay, curiously enough, a drum set actually survived the whole thing, including with matching drumsticks.
The most dangerous instruments around. It's not even a good flute.
Yeah, go figure, right? Okay, so you actually, I just realized I have no clue how in the world you're gonna find this thing, other than the fact that somebody literally started leading you guys down right into it.
We in the book it said something about the kitchen pantry, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember hearing.
Fair enough. No,
Hey, look who's finally back!
Hey, I had to help with a mower as well as taking
Well, hey, look, dude, to be fair, like, you told us you're gonna go handle some things that maybe take you 5-10 minutes, and you
my
know.
fault. Trust
you
me,
never-
I wanted to come in here and just go, hey, I'm going to take a little bit longer, but I kept being told, you gotta get this, gotta get that. And then I didn't have time to come back. I am sorry.
Fun.
Relax, at least you're back. By the way, Toa.
Mm-hmm.
You suddenly hear a loud crash and your circuits wake up. You are now in a third room floor, which you were previously exploring, and you're all alone.
Oh,
The compartments have been closed, filled with books.
Okay, so I've been overloaded with books, so I'm slow.
Well, no, you're about the same.
No.
It was the same books
Yeah.
you were loading yourself up with at the ending of the last session.
Well, that also does make sense.
And you
I
have
started heading down, so we're just gonna do instant transmission and Boopie's
Yeah,
gonna run
I
downstairs.
would head down going, well, you guys, even as I hear the little sounds of come play with
Actually,
us, I'm like,
Actually, I'm gonna have some fun with Toa a little bit on this, if you guys don't mind. Toa,
Fine.
you do hear the crash, and you immediately know that everybody started to run down towards it. So you start running down towards there. As they head into the pantry in order to try to find out what happened to Blue, you run across a section of floor that suddenly has mysteriously appeared in the foyer and is littered with broken band instruments, with the odd exception of an entire drum set still intact.
Well, I think he would take the closer stairs,
Okay, but
so he would be able to see it from above on the balcony.
Well, he would still kind of see it on the balcony, but he wouldn't get a full appreciation of it until he was actually on the ground floor and then kind of seeing it right there. In the meantime, as you guys go into the pantry, you do realize suddenly that there is an interesting... Actually, roll perception. Now that you know that there's something to find in here. I'm going to see if I hand deliver this one to you guys or if you have to figure it out a little bit.
4 of 10.
And now is where they wish they had me there because they me
Wait,
country
what?
bound.
Wait, who are you talking? You talking to Toe or are you talking to us?
You guys.
you guys, because I'm coming down and I'm telling the Grim Ghost come out to socialize.
Right now, Toa literally ran down the stairs and is seeing a bunch of band instruments that are littered across what's remaining of an elevator floor.
4 of 10 on me, 4 of 8 on Rusty.
5 out of 6 for me.
Thigh?
Silver,
Yeah.
you want to
Start
make a roll?
checking around.
No, skip me.
Got it. Okay,
So
Val.
do is that, bitch.
As you start exploring around, you do see an odd indentation on the pantry wall. 2 indentations, in fact. One of them appears to be a interesting little hole that you can insert something into, and another one that appears to be a metal clamp that you can hook something onto. It almost makes you feel like things you have found are starting to come together.
Tosses the bookcase to the side and takes the stick and whatever. Sticks in the key.
You knock out the hole.
Unlocked appears before you.
Yep, you knock out the wall and you see a set of stairs heading down into the basement.
Dun dun dun.
Val is obviously not playing around anymore.
Or she plugged the band and all that shit and they figured they opened.
Okay, as you guys are going through the pantry trying to figure out how to get down there and finding the way, Toa, you see, as you are looking at the elevator floor and the remnants of musical instruments as you go down the stairs, you see a light suddenly start to pop up at a big hole that is right in the middle of the floor. This hole is oddly griffin-shaped sized.
I think Blue went this way.
So, you also hear some clamoring noises coming down from the pantry. You don't know who it is, though. You just hear noises in the pantry.
Come play with us, Toa.
So,
Come play.
so you see a glowing hole and noises in the pantry. What do you do?
I stop and deduce. Let's see. Rusty's not on my back. Griffin-shaped hole. Noises in the pantry. My friends went to the pantry because Blue fell down this hole, or there's another griffin here, and we went chasing down through the pantry. I'll jump down through the hole. Banzai!
Okay then, sounds like a plan to me. Alright,
Now
everybody.
so back over to the other map.
Now back to the other map because we had to jump over here. I'll quickly save this one just in case.
Yeah, and in the time frame that everyone's doing that stuff, I start to explore.
Yep. So we're gonna give you a chance to... Wait, that's not right. Aw, son of a bitch. Don't tell me you
You
did
saved over like a dum-dum, didn't you?
I didn't save over it. I saved correctly, but for some reason it saved over it.
It loaded the wrong thing?
Not exactly. I'm not sure how to describe it. It's... Oh, no, wait. Was this the map? No, wait. This is your
This
map.
is the map. This is my map, so it's just minus the fucking figurines on the top floor, which don't even matter at this point.
Eh, for the moment, fine, but there was actually another thing, Bear. I'll deal with it when we come to it, I guess. Okay.
I went a little adventurous there, just going, screw it, Banzai!
Alright. Actually, all things considered, I guess I didn't drop you guys in a bad location for that hole in the floor, so I'm happy.
Well, I wouldn't have been standing around the entire time they were trying to break.
Of course you weren't. We're gonna get back to the point where you got the torch, which is a few moments before Toa decided to jump in on you. So Toa, at the moment, you're not there. We're gonna put you there as a reminder.
I know, I'm still falling.
Just put them upside down for the moment.
Okay. So Toa is running down the stairs, and the others are starting to try to find out where you are, how to get to you in the pantry. You, on the other hand, have lit up your torch, and you see that you're in a room. You see that this is covered with even more dust than the other rooms, and it almost has a it has a musty smell. Almost like fresh air hadn't come down here until you did. Rather by force. So, I guess you're helping vent out the place. Congratulations.
Yay!
The light from the torch does give you a rough idea that there are some boxes and some different storage containers around. And the base, and wherever you are, it's stone and it's silent.
Okay.
Very silent.
Well, I walk out of the room.
You walk out of the room, ignoring everything that is around you, and step out into a big stone area.
I mean, if it isn't obvious, I shouldn't be looking for it.
I can't argue with that. As you walk out into the middle area, you see that some of the basement, unfortunately, has collapsed in on itself, or it may have been being forged. It's kind of hard to tell which. But you see that the floor gave way, and there is a lot of rough stone and boulders all over the room. Oddly enough, you think you see something in the shadows of the darkness, but you can't tell what it is.
So if you're talking about this thing, I'm walking closer. I'm walking closer to it because, I mean, there's a thing there, and it's obvious, and I can't see anything regularly, and I can see that. So there's a thing. I want to go look at it.
As you walk closer, it looks like a staff of some sort that's actually a statue, and on top of it is adorned a jewel tightly clasped into the top of the staff. It appears all of this is very heavily molded together and very hard to move.
Hey, look! It sounds like something perfect for me. I walk over here. I look for a crack, and I wedge the torch in it if I find one.
As you look around for a crack, you find that it's actually pristine. Oddly pristine, in fact. Almost like it's been very well taken care of.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Those are golems.
As you realize you don't like that, you hear a thud coming from the other room, along with a loud Geronimo, followed by a thud coming from the room that you were in. Along with that,
I said bonsai and Geronimo.
I came close.
Each one means I'm coming down, baby.
You hear blah, 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 and then the thud of somebody stupid enough to jump down a hole. Okay, move. Along with that, you think you can hear some other sounds coming from the other end of the basement. And then along with that, other sounds start to fill into the basement. Clattering noises, as well as scuffling.
Down the steps.
Clattering noises as well as scuffling noises.
You know, I don't know why I said golems. This is just one golem that's in multiple pieces right now.
Well, as you're contemplating on the golem piece, Toa, you dropped onto a bunch of boxes and are now in a quiet little room that you can see dust being moved slightly around. Sorry. You also see a little glowing going off in from the doorway entrance, along with your own light that you use to shine and look around the room.
I'll roll perception just so I can see what's in the room itself beyond my headlamp and
Go
see
ahead.
what's going on. Okay. 10 on perception. Go to dice roller. 10d6. And I'll go with evens. Yay!
Okay, so wait, how much did you get?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. You see that there's a lot of stuff in the room, that's for sure. This, oddly enough, it changes a bit from the atmosphere that you saw upstairs. This stuff looks a little bit more questionable. The bottles are sickly green, dark, and black. They contain, you can see that the labels contain a lot of symbols that are hard to pronounce, but the fact that some of them contain crossbones, skulls, and also look like they're, even after all these years, still have smoke swirling around inside of them. You can obviously tell that this stuff is not normal.
Ooh, dark arts.
Okay, make sure no one breaks these, aka keep Blue away from them.
Speaking of Blue the Incredible Destroyer, you guys come down the stairs and you see that you're in a dark corridor.
I
You
think we have
see,
torches and the light sword.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go say hi to a visiting relative for a minute or two.
yeah,
While you all
go,
work your way towards me.
go right ahead.
Oh, and as a side note, if anybody moves towards that, towards the Sedasis,
Dias.
Sadistic.
the medical thing statue, I'll tell them to stop because I think this might be a golem, and if anyone touches it, it's probably going to wake up and I'll have to beat it up. And that's every single person that walks near.
All right. Okay, so you guys see the dark corridor and using various light swords and torches, start to walk down the dark corridor. You can only hear your own footsteps, which echo loudly through the hallway as dust swirls around you and a musty smell of long tainted air billows from your faces as it escapes outside, finally seeking some fresh air. As you keep going, you can't help but feel something is very wrong here, but you can't put your finger on it. Of course, Silent's danger sense is not prickling up the backs of his hair, so you're not in any immediate danger, but the atmosphere is definitely suffocating.
This is almost, I'm gonna say, like, back at that fake store. That creepy ass basement pales in comparison to this stuff. That's for sure. Ugh. I say we start making some progress.
As you continue to make progress, you see a turn in the hallway leading down a long corridor. There's a few different rooms along the sides, and you think you can see a light glow from the distance. Probably from one light source that you may have tossed down, but you're not sure.
While we head down this way, Pulpe recharges water gun.
Alright. So you see a hallway and a few different rooms. What do you do?
Well, let's see here. I'm gonna take a decent guess that light we saw down the hall was blue, but I don't know. Should we go down and try to meet him as soon as possible, or should we try to clear out these rooms around us? Opinions?
I would think clearing out everything, but Silent, your thoughts?
Mm-mm. No. Yeah,
Huh?
I have no thoughts.
No thoughts?
Mm-mm.
Thoughts clearing out rooms or heading down the hall toward where we see a light?
All right.
Alright, well, we're not hearing any screams of pain or destruction, so let's check the rooms.
While they check the rooms, can I start doing the international, or at least possible international sign for SOS?
Nope, not yet. Okay, so you go into one room there. Roll a d6. Who goes in first?
Val probably will.
Val, roll a d6.
Yeah, right, a single one. 5.
As you go into the room, you see a lone figure standing there. Doesn't seem to... It actually seems to be perfectly stationary at this point. Though you're very familiar with what these probably are.
Oh boy.
But it doesn't seem to have noticed you yet, somehow. Meanwhile, Val! I mean, not Val, you're Val. Meanwhile, Toa!
Yep.
So you've looked around the room and you see plenty of dark...
Meanwhile, Blue.
Meanwhile, Blue, we're not back to you yet. So, you see plenty of dark stuff, and you also see a light glow as well as a few scuffling noises going on around this area. What do you do?
I sit there, turn my head facing outward. And start flashing the light of help.
Okay. Blue. You start
Yes.
seeing a light flashing on and off in the distance. Actually, go ahead and roll a knowledge check real fast.
Man, I have an int of 2,
I know.
and
this
I've
is-
not,
I
and
know.
I'm not taking a knowledge. I'll take my average. I'll have 2.
2.
Well, technically 1 because he doesn't have knowledge survival. So you see a flashy light, flashy. It seems to be flashing
Pretty
weirdly.
right.
You see a flashy light. You're not sure why it's flashing. It's almost like it's trying to get your attention.
And
Either that or something's catching on fire. You're not sure which.
I mean, I'm not that stupid. It's just a regular light.
I know.
Coming from the room I was in, that was broke. I assume it's something to do with everyone else. I ignore it because what do I care?
Okay, you ignore it. So do you do anything else for the moment?
The question is do I want to fight a possible golem and rip that Cadeus off the statue stand, or do I want to wait for everyone?
That is the question. That is the question, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
You probably shouldn't.
Quick, Val, roll a d6.
Oh, god damn it.
If it's even, I rip it out or try to.
God.
Oh boy, well fine, and it's 3, it's an odd.
Then I wait.
All right.
I be responsible and I wait.
You wait.
Once you get toward the flashing thing.
Okay, Val. You see a porcelain figure standing there quietly, covered in dust. This one isn't even wearing clothes at this point, completely naked, showing every wooden hinge that pieces it together.
This one doesn't look like it's active yet, but just go to pop the head off to see how,
So you're gonna try to take its head off?
just pop the damn head off.
All right.
Just to see if it'll get a reaction. If it is, she'll just end up fucking breaking it.
Well, You okay? Roll for strength.
Yeah, totally use just a brawl skill if I wanted to.
Yeah, you probably could have.
See, it'll be, now it's still getting high. It'll still be high either way, so. Five out of eight.
Five out of 8.
5 out of 8.
Okay, you grab its head and start to yank. You can hear a little bit of the wood creaking as the bonds are strained, before a loud screeching fills the air that Blue can hear. You probably figured it's still alive, and it's probably not too happy now.
Yep.
And Rusty
Yep, it's
just
alive. Just now they just fucking turn into a fucking brawl slam.
And what does Rusty do? CMC?
All right, so go ahead and
Yeah.
roll for a brawl slam. Then.
reacting to the sound, probably
Yeah, she's gonna
Either
react.
Yeah, and I would also
dodge
hit it because
back
of my ears.
out of the room or just go small. So
Well,
I'm gonna
at the moment, Val literally has the thing by the head, so we got to see what he does, what she does here before we start letting you guys react.
Yeah. It's mostly like a knee-jerk reaction. Like starts screaming like, "Hey!"
Is that no? Tried pulling. Why didn't it move?
And me going SOS.
Because you're freaking out in a room instead of walking out.
No, I'm just doing that because I'm like,
5 out of 7.
if it's my friends, they would see that and go, we should probably check that out. And some might even
Okay,
know
5
these
out of
things I'm
7.
trying to do.
Okay, let's see. And this was a brawl skill, so. Okay, so you grab the head and use that as your
Point
counterpoint
of
to
leverage.
as your leverage point. Yep. To quickly to basically react and push away the mannequin.
Well, more like actually just go turn and just slam it into the damn table.
Okay.
So
To
come on
slam,
and slam and welcome to the jam.
you quickly
Exactly.
slam. Yeah, you react and quickly slam it into the ground as the screaming is filling the air. I just realized I should probably roll for defense on this one.
It's gonna be lethal damage considering.
Yep.
There, you've angered the only sane one, and now it's going to try and kill us.
I don't think there's anything sane about these guys.
No, but he definitely got their. She's definitely got their attention. One, two, three, four. Oh, nice! I'm happy. You said you got 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 5 out of 7.
Okay, so it smacks against the table and it jitters a little bit, but it starts to move towards you guys with no damage.
Wait,
Other than
so
some
you
scuff
finally
marks.
got a roll that did.
He finally got the full. He got no, mind you. He finally got a roll with somebody who isn't actually using their active skills because Val's skills in Brawl actually aren't all that great. It's her fucking sword that's fucking vicious.
Yeah, but it lived! It goddamn lived!
Yeah, one that actually lived. But now Silver can shoot it though.
Actually, now you guys gotta roll initiative because this is battle. By the way, Blue and Toa, you hear the screaming sound coming from the room, but it fills the entire area.
I'm guessing at this point it would activate all the rest that might be in the area. So do we have to do rolls for the rest of the rooms?
No, not yet. In fact, it just gives
6
them
out of 7 for me.
basically it notifies them. So if you had any ability to sneak, it's gone.
I don't know if you can actually sneak on something that sneaks itself, so I don't know if you can sneak.
Okay, so-
Yeah. Well, from what
Initiative.
I can tell, my room is a safe room, but it's also a room where, if we're not careful, bad juju can come out of it.
I'll run in that room really quickly and drink everything.
Hold on, you
No,
gotta
no,
remember
you don't.
we're on a turn by turn basis right now. And what did you get, Val?
6 out of 7.
Val 6. Anybody want to roll for
I got Rusty.
got it.
Yeah.
Rusty got 4. I got 3.
Okay. And anybody want Silent, did you want to roll in on this?
Odd.
Okay.
He's not here.
Oh,
Silent, are you
Silent.
awake?
oh, do you think he might have finally passed out?
No, he's. I still see sound.
Well, yeah, but
That's his fan.
we've been having that sound constantly, so it's
All right, someone needs to roll for him until he gets back.
all right. Okay, Toa, what did you get? Or are you rolling for initiative on this?
I'm gonna roll since I had the screech and I can put 2 and 2 together very easily.
Okay, go for
I
it.
got 10, so rolling evens.
And what did you get, Krim?
I got 6 out of 10.
2 out of 4.
10 out of wait, what?
I got
2.
6 out of 10. He had 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. Oh, jeez, I thought he said 10 out of 4. 10 out of
He
what?
said 10 out of 4.
And
Yeah,
I'm
10
opening
out
up-
of 4. I threw that many style points into it.
I could believe that. Okay, Toa, Val, you both rolled 6. Roll a d6. Whoever gets highest.
And I'm opening up Silver's sheet, so that's 6
I got a
dice.
6 on mine. I rolled his real quick. Just I got a 4 out of 6 for silver.
4 out of 6
Oh.
for silver. Okay.
4
Alright,
out of
rolling
6,
my
so then
D6.
he and Rusty need to roll a D1.
I got 6.
Let's
Well,
roll
the
again.
D6.
Okay,
Roll
roll
again.
again.
I got a 2.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Okay, Val is first.
As it should be.
Okay, so silver and rustical, we just need a secondary roll on each.
I got a 4.
I'll roll for him again. Okay, he got a 1 this time, so Rusty will go before him.
So Rusty and
But
then
also,
silver.
Rusty will be hampered by the sound.
For the moment.
Rusty is,
Yes.
yeah, Rusty is not a happy camper right now. Okay, so Val, we're gonna go with you first. You smack the marionette quickly onto the table and get a little bit of distance from it. Now it's obviously getting its bearings and it's about to come right for you.
Alright, well, now that we know this thing's actually active, so it's like, mostly just kind of like, what initially was going to be just like a little poke or a pull to just see if it would be active. It's fucking active, so now we're just going to smack it with a damn sword.
Yay, fire sword!
So let me check my dice again, because I keep forgetting how much I actually swing.
So waiting about a sword.
15.
He's asleep.
Yep.
Yeah, basically, it's not been out that long. Out of 15, I got 8. 1 for evens.
All right, so you got 8. I'm guessing swing with a sword.
Swing with the
Yeah.
sword.
He's asleep, then I'll move him to the AFK channel.
Okay, and we'll just hurry up this battle and then call it a night.
As we typically do.
Yeah.
Well, this just means we have another exciting thing to do next week.
Yep, and also this actually gave me a plan on how to make you guys' life horrible. Okay, so let's see here. So you got okay, how much was on the sword again?
The sword deals what? Let me check in. I was damn better stats. Let's see. The sword itself does. Where'd you go? Okay, the sword itself does 6 lethal on its own.
Well, I mean, what did you get for the attack wise altogether on it?
Let's see. I got 8 on the roll, so if you count in the 6, that'd be 14.
I'll say it now. Fire.
I think I might have to try to take this up a notch, or else you guys are just gonna plow through these things like they're nothing.
Well, you can't exactly. If you go with what's in the book, you can't exactly ramp up what's already stated.
Well, actually, I can. The book talks about porcelain figures.
But you have already stated these are wooden.
Exactly. I probably could have made these a little more interesting. But any case, yeah, it went up in a pile of flame and ash. So it gave another scream, though more of a gurgle this time, and kind of collapsed on the ground, and now it's dead.
Hearing that,
For
I
now.
go, all right, Val probably took care of it, or
No, you didn't hear that. It didn't make as loud a noise as with that scream. So
well, I had
Toa,
ears about on par with the Rusty.
anyway, Toa, Blue, you hear that loud screech and you hear the general direction it came from. What are your reactions to it? Since now we're basically out of combat at this point.
Well, I would like to ignore it, but I can't. So I'll go over there.
Okay, so
Same thought, but I moved towards the entrance of the door, going. I have to make sure nothing breaks in here simply because I don't know what will happen if it does, and I'm giving Circuit evil ideas because of this.
Blue, you see something. You see something that is bright lit, and you're unable to see quite clearly, heading towards the door as you're running towards the sound.
It's a light mannequin. I'm breaking. Kidding. Kidding.
By the way,
No,
I'm
I
still
ignore it.
flashing my light, so
At this moment, though, he can't tell. He can only see a bright light that is literally covering his eyes, and something is going towards the door as he's running nearby it. So it almost would look like it's coming right for him.
Would seem like danger, so yeah, I would assume that Blue would swing.
I hurl the torch at it.
You hold the torch.
metal and clang.
You hold the torch up. Toa, you see something that is holding up a torch against you. You can't quite make it out though because of the darkness and the fact that your brights are kind of making everything else around a little darker. But you do see the flame, and it's kind of swaying and going towards you.
I duck to the ground and go, guys.
I mean, that's an assumption.
Hey guys, I gotta go real quick.
All right,
No,
we
it's okay.
went.
We're probably gonna be
Yeah,
finishing up here in a moment.
Good night.
Yeah, sleep well, man. All right. Okay, so Blue, as you're swiping on the torch, you hear the thing hit the ground with a metal clunk and just kind of whimper out, guys, like it's a pathetic little thing.
I didn't whimper it out. I just went as a defensive. Whoa, guys! Not a guys.
You kind of went, guys. You're okay, not pathetic, but whimpering, definitely.
Yeah, you were 100% whimpering.
All right, I'll concede to whimpering, but it wasn't in the pathetic way. It was like, don't hit me.
Exactly. Any case, so the glorious fight between you two, and probably never happened to begin with, but you kind of probably already get a hint of who the hell it is, especially since it actually spoke English, or well, whatever language.
Meh. I'll turn and walk her away.
Okay, which way do you walk though?
I'll walk towards the scream that died away.
Okay, so Toa, you see that the flaming thing kind of gives a gruff, annoyed sound that sounds familiar, and then continues to walk, down the hallway. And you probably figure.
I just do that every time I hear Blue's voice in my head. It's like, Peck.
I know. But okay, so you figure it's probably Blue because of the groan of annoyance and the fact that it's just walking down that way now.
I still stay in the room because that way he'll tell them where I'm at, and then they get to investigate the room.
Toa hides in the room. Got it. Okay, guys, that will be.
In the
The
damn
roof
room.
collapses. We
Then
won't
you
know if you
won't-
survive. The
Toa
roof collapses. We don't know if you survive until next week.
Well, the roof doesn't collapse. Luckily, somebody saved you from the fate worse than that.
You mean being entertained to death?
Oh, that's really weird. I swear I'm saving over it. Okay, fine. I'll save this manually. I'm telling it to override Spooky Mansion 2 and it's not. Okay, that. What?
Spooky
What?
Yes.
Scary Mansion.
No,
What?
I literally had to pull up the save and load menu and then override it in order for it to override properly.
That's what I do just to be safe because I don't trust the other version or the other
Yeah,
way to do it.
you don't want to do that. What? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that is for English me fail. Why? For those of you who are watching, that is going to be it for our tabletop simulator session of Roan here. So I hope you enjoyed it. We will catch you all again another time. Will they survive the basement? More than likely, because they're already killing everything anyway. But we'll see what I can throw at them. We'll see what I can throw at them and see how long they survive. Otherwise, good night, everybody.
Bye bye.